This podcast is brought to you by the Mice Pod. Mice Pod at micechat.com and micepod.com. Micechat.com.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome aboard the 100% unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. We are the best! Woo! And the only Universal Orlando podcast on the island.
Hello, and welcome to episode 9 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast with me, your host Lee, and joining me, as always, my good lady wife, Tracy. Hello, Tracy.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
I'm alright, thanks. And our friend from across the pond, Hunter. Hi, Hunter.
Hey guys, how are you?
Pretty good, yourself?
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Cool. Right. So a bit of housekeeping before we get started, and quite literally.
Oh yes, quite literally. We're having some building work done in the house over the next few months, and although we're hoping it won't affect the podcast, it may do so. So we just wanted to let you guys know that we'll endeavour to get a normal podcast out every 2 weeks as usual, but things may get disrupted.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, we'll get a shot with a trip report, at least. So, you know, go and check our Facebook page out and Twitter, and we'll keep you up to speed with everything that's going on. But say, hopefully it shouldn't affect us too much, but we don't know what's going to happen, so we'll see what goes on.
Yeah. And on a podcast note, thank you to everyone who listened to our 4th of July special. We've actually had the most amount of hits on that show than any other so far.
We did. It was, well impressive.
I'm sad to say that I wasn't a part of that show, but we have something in the works for later in the year that I'm hoping that all 6 of us could be a part of. Another one of the podcasters from that show was missing as well, correct?
He was,
yes.
Yes,
Right,
Paul
Paul
wasn't there.
So I guess the trio was cut down to 2 on both sides, so hopefully this thing will work out later in the year.
Yep.
Yeah, we hope so.
So I just wanted to say thank you for any of the fanboys listeners who have decided to stay with us.
Yep, so before we get on with the rest of the show, we wanted to bring you some little news snippets that have happened since our last show. Tracy?
Yep, it wouldn't be a show if we didn't mention Velvet Sessions, and as it was released after we recorded the news last month, we'll include it here. So on this month's Velvet Sessions, which will take place at Universal's Hard Rock Hotel as usual, the featured group is The Fix.
Heard of them?
No, not one I've heard
Hunter?
of.
No.
No, me either.
Just no.
No.
No. Well, they're going to be performing their most well-known song, One Thing Leads to Another. Nope,
No.
don't know that one.
No.
As well as others. I'm sure there's people out there screaming going, you haven't heard of The Fix?
It probably is that they're a British band from what I've seen as well, but I've never heard of them.
Well, you know. So as you may know, the event's held in the lobby of Universal's Hard Rock Hotel. Takes place on Thursday, July the 28th, and starts at 6:30pm. Tickets are $29 online or $35 at the door, and it's $50 for the VIP, and parking's complimentary. If you want more information or to book tickets, go to velvetsessions.com, or alternatively, you can ring 407-503-2401.
Thanks very much for that. Hunter, have you got one for us?
Yes, it's about the summer concert series. Unfortunately, the last act that was supposed to be in the summer concert series had to be canceled, which was by a Canadian rapper named Drake. He had to cancel his he had to cancel his appearance at the Universal Summer Concert Series, and his representatives apologized to fans in a written statement and thanked the Universal officials. The statement said, "We regret to announce that Drake will not be able to take the stage at Universal Orlando Resort due to a death in the family. He hopes that his fans understand, and he fully intends to return to the area in the future. He thanks Universal Orlando Resort and his fans for their continued support."
Sad bit of news, really, but...
Yeah. Our thoughts go out to him and his family.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. That's a really big... he's really popular as of recently, and I'm sure that was going to draw in quite a few people.
Yeah, that's probably why they kept it for the last one as well, but can't be helped, can it?
You know, sadly these things happen.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm sure we all mean it when we say we send him his best wishes.
Certainly.
Well, our best wishes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracy, have you got
I
anything
have.
else?
I've got a last bit of news, which concerns a midnight preview of the final part of the Harry Potter saga. So put my teeth back in.
Mm-hmm.
The AMC Cineplex in City Walk played The Deathly Hallows Part 2 on all 20 screens of its theatre. But the major surprise to guests was that the Universal Orlando Resort allowed guests who attended the midnight film screening with something they could only have dreamed of: exclusive complimentary access to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So immediately following the film, these select guests had the Wizarding World of Harry Potter all to themselves from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. The moviegoers were notified of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity following the film, and after celebrating in the theatres, more than 3,000 excited guests walked a red carpet to the place where the wonder, excitement and adventure of the Harry Potter films will live on. During the visit, guests experienced the wand-choosing ceremony at Ollivander's, tasted butterbeer, toured Hogwarts Castle, enjoyed many other experiences only found at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. This is all said in a press release from Universal.
How cool is that?
I know.
It's very cool. But they only did it for this one. I know part 1 they did nothing for.
Yeah, well,
but I guess this is different because this is the final one. And how cool was it on Universal's part to do something like that?
Exactly. How many people do you think it sat up watching both of those back to back, and then at 3 o'clock said, we're going to open the Wizarding World, and gone, oh, I'm knackered.
Yeah, but that adrenaline rush would keep you going through.
It would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't open any of the rides, did they? It was just...
No, but then I have heard on another podcast said that they did open the rides.
All right.
But on there, you would have thought it would mention it. It just says.
But even so, that's
enjoyed
enough.
many other experiences, but for a couple of hours, just to get to wander around with only 3,000 people, and it obviously not being there. But I'm sure that would be an experience in itself, would it, Hunter?
Definitely, and plus the Wizarding World always looks best at night.
I'm sure.
When it's dark out, so.
I'm sure it'd
That's
still
exciting
be
in itself.
dark, would it? What time's dawn over there?
Probably the same time as over here.
7? I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, so it's still been...
When I wake up, the sun's up anyway.
What's
That
that, 3
says
o'clock in
nothing.
the afternoon? You're only 18,
No.
you're not supposed to get up before midday.
It's usually like 9.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a sleep in.
Right, thanks guys for keeping everyone up to date with all the latest news, so let's continue with the rest of the show. Right, so that brings us to the part of the show which is another trip report. Tracy, another trip report?
Yep.
Yep, brilliant. And joining us on this one is Darren. Hiya, Darren.
Hi, Lee. Hi, Tracy. How are you?
Very
I
good,
was good,
you.
thanks.
Right, so you've heard the trip reports before, you know the deal.
Yes.
So we shall begin. So Darren, when was the last time you visited Universal, and who did you go with?
It was actually just last month, May 22nd and 23rd, Sunday and Monday. I went with a good friend of mine, Megan. We've been friends since we were kids, basically. So it was great to go, back to the parks with them.
Sounds cool.
Yep. So where did you stay?
We stayed at the Holiday Inn at the main gate, which is directly across the street from the main entrance to Universal. Very short walk, and it was great accommodations. They couldn't have been better.
Brilliant. Yes, I like
Good
to
to
stay
know.
off-site, I must admit.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it is very expensive to stay on site, and I don't know if the benefits are equal to how much you're paying for it, basically. So
I think after the discussions we've had, I think it depends on when you go.
yeah, definitely,
I think
and of course I am from 2 hours away, so
Well, yes, that's always handy. It's a
Yeah,
little bit
definitely.
further for us to come.
Just,
Yeah.
just a touch.
Just another 7.5 hours.
Yeah.
So you've just answered the next question. How did you get to the parks? We walked.
yeah, we did from the hotel. We walked right across the street. It's about a 15-minute walk from there, and it's through parks and gardens and everything.
Oh,
It's really
lovely.
nice
Sounds really
layout.
nice.
So
Cool.
yeah, no, not bad at all. And you walk up right through the valet parking entrance and right
Alright.
into the parks.
I know, that's interesting, especially with the new
bear
mini
that in
golf that's
mind.
going to be there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can't wait for that. It sounds excellent.
I know.
does sound-
So what was the type of ticket that you bought, Darren?
Well, actually, since people have probably heard my story already, I did
Yes.
have a complimentary ticket from Universal.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yes, which
Yeah.
is always nice. Yeah,
My brain doesn't always work.
it's a bit of a nightmare before, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unfortunate the first time we went, and but it really made up for it the second time.
It
And I
was-
did have a 2-day 2-park pass, the base ticket, so you just go to one park one day at a time.
Yeah.
And it was plenty enough for us. It was excellent.
But that's good because I know Disney are very famous for sort of, I can't think what it's called now. They call it like guest satisfaction, making sure that everything. And Universal get a bad rep for not their customer service being fairly poor, and they didn't have to give you that ticket because let's be honest, it's not their fault.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
and
But you
as
said
I
that
told
yourself.
them when I contacted them, I said, it was all my fault. I had a long day at the park and tripped and fell on the escalator basically, and that
but-
was it. So,
But it's good that they did that for you. So
Yeah, it's nice to hear.
it is. It's good.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they took excellent care of us, and it was just great all around dealing with the customer service and everything. They contacted me promptly. It was a joy, definitely.
Wonderful.
Great. Cool. So now I've kind of answered the next question as well. How many days did you spend in the parks?
Oh yeah, 2 days
2
there.
days.
So actually, in the past 3 months, I've spent 3 days at the parks
Yes.
because I did make it to Universal for one day before the accident happened. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So out of the two parks, Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, which one's your favourite?
Well, I do hold a special place in my heart for Universal Studios because when the first time I went, that's all there was there. But since they built it up, and since I am an unabashed Harry Potter fan,
A man after my own heart.
Yes.
Islands of Adventure has really been taken over for me.
Islands of Adventure was always our favourite, and I'm desperate to get back with
I just love the
now
energy
the
of the whole
Wizarding
park.
World open because we are like the biggest Harry Potter geeks.
Oh, you will just flip. It's unbelievable, really. It is when you get your first look at it.
I thought we were to
I felt like a little kid again.
Yeah.
So which is your favourite ride in either park or both, whichever one you want to give?
Well, before this last trip, it was Spider-Man. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that one.
Now after this trip, it's the Harry Potter.
Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, I'm looking to see how many trip reports we
know.
do with people when we ask the favourite ride, how many of them don't say Forbidden Journey.
Yeah. It's kind of putting pressure on it to become our new favourite when we do visit.
I think it will be. I know Craig, one of the guys who did a trip report with us before, he said he cried when he got off it.
Oh, bless him.
And bearing in mind he's
Aw.
a 6'5" guy as well, and it's like, okay.
Oh.
I think I'll be the same, to be quite honest.
yeah, you'll cry before you get on it.
It is great. The queue, just walking through the line, to get to the ride is amazing in its own right. When we went, there were very small crowds, but we still got about a good 20, 30 minutes in the queue there. And it was enough to experience a couple of the different things that happened in the different rooms. And it was just incredible. Yeah, that ride is the best.
So have you got a favourite attraction over at Universal?
Well, it used to be Back to the Future, of course, as everyone probably says. But now I'd probably say the Simpsons ride because it does run in that same vein, and it used a lot of the same movement and in the same building, of course. So
It's a lot of fun as
I
well.
love The
I like
Simpsons.
the queuing area. It's a lot of fun.
So have you got any least favourites? Or anything you think it's about time that went?
Yeah, there are a couple there. Everybody rags on Twister. I know it is probably dated for the time. It was. I do enjoy personally get out of the heat, and
It's always
Yeah.
yeah.
it definitely does cool you off. It's just a neat experience before a lot of the new high tech video screens and stuff happening on a lot of the experiences. You get to see them actually do it, and
Yeah.
I think things have got a bit too technologically advanced at times, haven't they?
yeah, that's why I still like ET as well.
Yeah, we like ET.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean the small scale sets and everything, they're still amazing. One thing I do say I could probably do without at Universal would be the Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review.
See, we haven't done that since
No.
2005, have we?
No, just quite
It
a
has-
while.
See, we used to quite enjoy it, but the first time we ever did it was at Halloween Horror Nights in
It was.
2004. So I had a bit more of a different atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's different when you go in the middle of summer and
That was cool.
see that there.
Yes.
But yeah, that's probably my least favorite. That and the fear factor maybe, and not actually the show itself, but more the people running around trying to get you to take part in the show.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Yeah,
I
if you're
always
not
thought that
into
was a good idea putting that in because fear factors, but it's not on anymore, is it?
No, I don't think it's
No.
been on for a good
Well,
while
a few
now.
a
years,
long
couple
time,
of years, yeah.
Yeah.
So, which are your favourite areas in each park?
Okay, Islands of Adventure. Well, of course,
We know what the answer's going to be straight away, aren't we?
Yeah.
I don't need to ask that
the
one.
Harry Potter one, but I do still love the Marvel Superhero Island.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially as the sun starts to go down, when it all starts lighting
it's
up.
lovely.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the superhero parades on the Can-Am motorcycles that they have through there and everything. Very neat, very neat. And over at Universal Studios, the San Francisco area, the old boardwalk kind of area is one I really prefer over there.
That's cool.
Yes, I like it over there.
So do you have a favourite place to eat when you're in the parks?
I basically will go anywhere there at the park just to pick up a bite, because the eating isn't the main focus when you're there.
This is true.
Yeah, it's just to grab a bite, just to keep going, basically go to the next ride.
Boost your energy. Yeah.
Yeah, so we will stop everywhere. We even go to the places that other people I've heard on reviews and such don't like the Captain America Cafe and that kind of thing. It really doesn't bother us.
It's all subjective, though, isn't it? At the end of the day, you've got to look at what you're paying for it, and I think people expect, especially with Disney being down the road, because food's got a lot to do with Disney, hasn't it? Whereas Universal's, it's different, and people try and compare the two, and they're not the same.
No, they're not.
You're not there for the food.
Definitely
But
not.
I do have to say, the butterbeer. I am there for the butterbeer now.
Question, quick one for you then. Frozen or normal?
Frozen. Definitely frozen.
That's what everybody
Because it
says.
was near in 100 degrees at the park when we were there.
Yes. Did you need an insulin shot afterwards?
Oh, yeah, especially after about the fifth that we had. Because we kept going back over and over again.
They're that good.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So, in your humble opinion, which ride, eatery, or show is an underappreciated hidden gem?
I'd have to say Poseidon's Fury, actually, over at the Lost Continent. I don't ever hear a lot of people say a lot of things about that. I absolutely love it.
We do. We love Poseidon's Fury.
Yeah.
We did it twice last time we were there.
Yeah, and the actors do such a great job every time I've been
They
there.
do.
And they have to do a lot on that one. And
I
I imagine
agree.
doing that over and over again must be taxing. But
Quick question for you then. When you were there, was the water vortex working?
yes, it was, actually.
Good.
No, it wasn't when we were there last.
Oh,
No.
it is amazing.
It's
Yeah,
stunning.
It
It
is.
is. Actually,
extremely disorienting, too.
Yes.
the first time we did that was at Halloween Horror Nights
It
as well,
was.
at midnight.
Oh, excellent.
Let's do indoor rides.
Yeah, but it wasn't open during the day. That's why we did it at night.
That's true. Anyway, we don't want to go off on one.
I like that one. That's what we got in the next one. Have you any suggestions for improvements to the parks? Apart from make the Wizarding World bigger.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be one there. Just open up its own park. And also sell butterbeer at both parks, because, the second day I was at Universal Studios, I was trying to climb the wall to get back over.
Like a drug addict. I need my,
Yeah,
I need my
basically.
shot of butterbeer.
You'll know once you have it.
Oh, no doubt.
bear that in mind.
Basically, I like everything. I think they should maybe, try a couple of new shows out. I know they've changed those around a lot throughout the years, and some of the shows have been on for a long time there, and I wouldn't mind seeing, some new things that they could come up with for sure.
I mean, what's your opinion on Sinbad?
We didn't go see it this last time, so it's been quite a while since I have seen it. It doesn't really seem to fit with the rest of the park, though, especially as the Lost Continent area is getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but yeah, I enjoyed it, for just to see a show during the day, but it wasn't anything, I would have written home about.
Yeah, we really like it, but it gets absolutely slated on some of the podcasts I listen to, like, really, really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind some new shows there.
I'll agree
freshen
with
it up
that.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. So, do you have a guilty pleasure? Within the parks. Let's keep our clean rating.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Actually, this over at Seuss Landing, we always ride the Snitches ride through Seuss Landing. Gives you a nice overview of the whole Seuss
It
Landing.
is
park.
excellent, yes.
Well, Zeus
And
Landing's
yeah,
my
I don't have any
favourite.
kids. Didn't go with any kids, but we still like going on there.
Hey, we're exactly that.
Leave the kids at home.
We're a bit older than you, and we'd still do it.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, we are planning for when we can go back without the kids.
This is true.
They're seriously cramping our style.
Yeah.
They'll keep going on about Disney, but I always remember going the second time and stood in the queue for the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And
Yeah,
there was an older
older
couple
couple.
sat behind us and went, "Oh, thank God we're not the only ones sat on it." And like, "Oh, it's our favourite ride."
Yeah. They go just for that. It was lovely.
So, are you planning to go back at any time soon? Or is that a question that should have been on the end, dear? Is that an end question? No?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So there.
You're right, because I've just seen that there. Sorry, I do
It's okay.
apologise.
And I'll make sure he doesn't edit that out.
I think we
Well,
should...
yes, I do plan on going again.
Good.
Have you got any time specific looking to go back?
Yeah, it'll be towards the end of September, early October for the opening of Halloween
Horror Nights. I am not jealous in the slightest.
I am very.
This will be the 8th time that
This
So-
is such
Fantastic.
a good event.
Were you
yeah.
there for the 2004 one?
actually, that was one of the few years that we didn't make it there when they had it in the parks.
It's
Yeah.
the
That was one with
only
the-
year that they split it
both
over
parks.
both parks.
Still kicking myself for that. And
It was-
I wish they would do it again, really, because it gets so crowded. I
Exactly
think
for
they
that.
easily fill that
It
up.
was.
Yeah.
There was times we were walking around. There was only us there, which was very creepy. I have to say,
Oh,
it was
I bet.
great.
Yeah.
The thing is, now they say that really to get the best out of it, you need to buy the express pass.
Yes, yeah, you have to. We went 1 year without having the express pass and waited in line approximately 2.5 hours per haunted house. And that's just a little bit too much suspense and anticipation for us. So, yeah, we've been getting the express pass from then on, and we've been able to visit every park every house in one night.
It is
Yeah, the
I mean,
houses are
last
fantastic.
year's looked, because it was the 20th, and
It
the
was,
20th
yeah.
one last year it looked stunning. I mean, the last time we went, we arrived on Halloween, and it was like, I can't believe the last Halloween Horror Night's going on now, when we're just checking into our Disney hotel.
Yeah, we've got kids. We can't just run over there. and I'm sure that in America it's as frowned on over there as it is here about just leaving your kids in the hotel room.
We
while you
did
go out.
consider pre-booking
Yeah.
a babysitter, didn't we?
We did consider it, but
Dumping the kids in the bags and going straight over.
I think we would have been asleep though. Shattered. Anyway,
Last question.
final question: do you have any hints or tips to share?
Okay, well, the first of all is the express pass, and the important thing to remember about the express passes is you don't have to buy them in advance. So you can go to the park, kind of gauge out, how the lines are throughout the park, and make your decision then, and buy it on the inside. It's not going to cost you any more buying it at the
Well,
park
that's
versus
good.
online.
I think the only
That's a
problem
good
with that
tip.
is, as far as I know, they only have limited numbers, don't they?
Yeah, but most of the times that I've been, there hasn't been an issue of getting one. Now,
Right.
for Halloween Horror Nights, that's another matter.
Yes. I think you need to
Advance,
pre-book
definitely.
everything for that, don't you? Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
there's
say
no
so.
there's no reason to go look at the crowds there. They will be big.
absolutely.
Yes.
Brilliant. Right.
Yes.
So there's your questions. Feel free to tell us anything else.
Tell us
Any
about your trip.
fun stories you have, what you did.
Well, it was really great. We got there. We left our place at 6:00 in the morning to go over there. Got there at 8:00. We tried to check in the hotel, but it wasn't available, and the parking lot was completely packed. So we were a bit concerned about how the crowds were going to be. But then we walked over to the park, stored our electronics there. Walked over to the park, went inside, and there was basically nobody at the park.
That's strange.
Wow.
Yeah, the first thing we did was we went straight over the Marvel superhero way. I think a lot of other people go straight to Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
that's
one of the
a good
biggest
tip.
tips is to leave Harry Potter till later in the afternoon,
Yeah,
from
that's what I've heard.
from what I've heard.
Yeah, definitely. And you
About
spend
4 o'clock after. No.
It'll kill me that though. I can't do that. I can't not go my first time and not go straight over there. It'll kill me walking around that park knowing it's there and I'm not in it.
Yeah, true. But it was on a Sunday, and the later on, the person at the hotel told us Sundays were the best days to go to like Islands of Adventure, the more crowded park, because that's when a lot of families switch off. A lot of families are leaving on Sunday, and then they arrive on Sunday to go to the parks on Monday.
Ah.
That's a good tip. Yes, I
Yes.
shall remember that.
So yeah, like I said, when we went in, there was nobody. We walked directly onto the Hulk, front of the line, and then we got back to after we rode it, we got back to the station, and he asked us if we wanted to go again right off the bat.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Yeah.
So we did, and we were literally able to go on every ride 3 times, I'd say. Harry Potter only twice because the lines did get a little bit larger during the afternoon.
But you expect that, don't? Let's be honest. You're not going to go there and expect it to be quiet.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Not for quite a few years.
Yeah.
So that was really great. We actually had larger crowds when we went to Universal Studios the next day.
So that's quite surprising, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was, especially for me because it was a Monday. Because I thought Monday would be the least busy, but we were waiting about 40 minutes in line for each ride over at Universal Studios.
Wow!
But at the Holiday Inn, when we returned back after the first evening and went to check in, the parking lot was completely empty. There was no one there, and we were rated to a suite. So
cool. That's always good.
Yep. So we got a suite there. We did it through one of the websites, for the discounts, and we ended up getting the room for $35. So,
and nice.
Definitely recommend looking around before you choose a place there in Universal. So,
yeah,
that is cheap.
I know we're planning on staying down
Doubletree,
that area,
aren't we? We're looking at for next time.
Yeah, and this Holiday Inn was just renovated and redone and everything, so it's really nice on the inside. I definitely recommend it.
Right, we'll have a look at that.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a look at that one. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
Actually, aren't we supposed to help other people, not them help us?
And then, over at Universal the next day, it was a great day as well. We still, even though there were lines, we were still able to get into everything and watch my favorite show at Universal, the Blues Brothers, twice.
I love the Blues
that's wonderful.
Brothers.
Yeah, that is definitely my favorite show. I grew up with listening to the cassette tapes from my dad. So.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. But the thing is, like you say, how old's the film yet? It doesn't matter whether you know who they are or they're not. It's still a really good, high-energy, fun show. Anybody can enjoy it.
You can't help tapping your foot, can you, at the very least?
Well, it's classic music, isn't it? It's always stood the test of time.
Oh, definitely. And the guy that plays Jake, I believe, he's been there since I was a kid. So
really?
I have photographs with him since I was about 10 years old. So.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, very neat. So yeah, but all in all, that it was a great trip, and they did a lot for me, helping out with the issue that I had.
Absolutely, yeah. Did you ride Men in Black when you were there?
Oh, certainly. Yep.
Can you remember what your score was?
I know. The last one, it amazed me. It was over 100,000. I was able to hit the red button at the right time.
Yes.
I would say far too competitive on that ride.
Yeah, just a little.
See, I don't remember exactly what the score was. That I might be off a bit, but yeah, I do love that one.
It is brilliant.
Yeah.
The queue on that, I'd have to say, is my favorite queue of the whole park.
Yeah, I would agree. We got
I'm sorry. Make sure when you go there to touch all the door handles as you go.
I was just going to tell you a funny story about that. When we went last time, Jade, was she 5 at the time?
Yeah, just 5.
So we knew the doors did things. So it's like, go and touch that door handle. And she touched the one that let out the blast of air and nearly filled her pants.
Yeah.
That's
great. That one and Revenge of the Mummy, pressing the button on there, that's also a lot of...
Yeah, I love Revenge of the Mummy.
Yeah.
It's always the last time we were there, it was virtually a walkthrough until you get up to the top, and then that's where the queue was. So we missed out a lot on the interaction of that queue, which was such a shame.
Because we've been when it's been busy, and they'll have the guys dressed up in the Egyptian hiding in the queue and jumping out on people and stuff, and that's brilliant.
Yeah, they did that during Halloween Horror Nights to us.
Yeah.
We're quite evil. We like watching other people get jumped out on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Not so much when it's us.
Did you do Rip Ride Rocket when you were there?
Yeah, and I do love that. Of course, I get spoiled here in Florida with the roller coasters, and that one really holds up. I'd say it's a little rough, but I kind of enjoy it that way, because if they're too smooth, you don't really have that thrill, that rush that you get. And Rip Ride Rocket, it definitely shakes you around a bit, but the completely vertical
The lift
escalation. The lift, and that's just unbelievable. You feel like you're going to fall off the back.
Yeah, it does get the blood pumping a bit, doesn't it?
It is a really good coaster, but again, as we've discussed before, it just doesn't fit.
To us, it doesn't fit. To a lot of people, it may well do.
Yeah, I think it was just something that they put in there to fill in that space around Nickelodeon.
I think they were desperate because of the drop in attendance. They were just desperate something to spike the attendance. And let's be honest, it worked for it.
Yeah,
the queue for that ride's always it never dropped below 45 minutes when we were there last time. Like, possibly had something to do with the fact that it kept breaking down every half an hour.
Oh, that's kind of scary. I'm glad that didn't happen.
I know so many people say that when they've been there, if it's worked for a full day, they're surprised because it'll break down quite constantly.
Okay.
Tyler, the guy who runs USF Addicts, who we promoted at the beginning of the show, he was there a week ago and it was down all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Good grief.
Oh, well, I'm glad it was open. I was there.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite ones. And Busch Gardens, of course, they're like the king of roller coasters, and they're right by me. We get being Tampa residents, we get year-long passes for the price of one day's admission.
Wow.
So I'll sometimes go after work, go over to Busch Gardens and ride a roller coaster, and then come home.
It would be rude not to.
It would be.
That's really good. Because SeaWorld do that type of ticket, or they were doing it. Weren't the same thing, buy a day and get the rest of the year for free.
I do believe so, but they're up there by in Orlando.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a little far just to pop in for.
But it's good that they do. They obviously realise they're no competition for the other two parks, and they've got to get people in somehow. But we've only been to Busch Gardens once,
definitely
7 years ago, and we only did one day, and it opened at 10 and closed at 5, and there's so much there. We just barely scratched the surface.
Oh, yeah, because once you've finished with the theme park, there's a zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they've just opened the cheetah
hunt, which sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's excellent. It's not very thrilling if you're looking for like a super high thrill roller coaster, but it is. It's about 3.5 minutes long, and it gives you a great view of the entire park.
And I've heard it's more about the fun than the actual thrill ride. But sometimes it's nice to have that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it does kick up the speed considerably through a couple of parts in the ride. So
there's three launches on it, I think, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, back to Universal.
Yeah.
Did you go on to City Walk at all when you were there?
Yeah, we did. We actually had dinner at Bubba Gump.
Oh, I love Bubba Gump.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I heard you guys talk about it, and I was just sitting there agreeing with you. 100%.
That was brilliant. I had the bucket load of boat trash when we were there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was because lobster in this country, if you wanted to buy lobster, it would have cost me what it cost for that, just like in pounds, let alone dollars, just for the lobster, without the mahi-mahi and the chips and everything else to go with it.
Right.
Fries,
whatever you want to call them.
Yes.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the more reasonably priced restaurants there for sure. And yeah, we love the food there.
Yeah.
What did you eat? Sorry, yeah, go on.
What do we have? I just had the peel and eat shrimp there. I think we both shared a bucket of the peel and eat shrimp. That was just wonderful. I mean,
how did you find your server?
The service there, I've never had bad service there. It's always been excellent.
The girl we had was amazing. Probably the best server we had all holiday. She was brilliant.
Yeah, very patient.
Yep. And then the second day we hit the Aladdin Quarter restaurant there and had their Cuban sandwiches for lunch, and that also was excellent.
Yes, you mentioned that on our Facebook page, didn't you? I just went,
oh yeah.
I think we might be going there next time.
Best deal, best food deal there in City Walk, because it was $9 for a huge Cuban sandwich and beans and rice as well. So
that's a good different option as well. Everyone complains when you come to America, it's all burgers and fries and the rest of it. It's nice to be able to get something different.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. You just got to look around for it. Past the McDonald's and past the Burger Kings. And it's all there.
City Walk tends to get missed. I know from our point of view when we go over it, you're more focused on going into the two parks rather than there, and it's, I don't know, we just tend to have blinkers on it when we go through,
One
don't
thing
we?
is like, get to the parks, and then it's like, oh, I'm so tired, get to the car on the way out.
But then we'll complain
couldn't
that
be bothered to look on the way home.
yeah, well, we'll complain there's nowhere decent to eat in the parks, and then you think you only have to come out and there's Bubba Gump and the Hard Rock Cafe and all these other things. Why don't we not come out, have our lunch, and then go back in?
Yes.
But for some reason, it just never occurs to you at the time.
Yeah, you always feel like you're on a press for time to get through the park.
I mean, we'll always treat, because the tickets we get in the UK are always park hopper ones, and we'll always treat them as one park. Yeah. So we'll start off at Universal and then go over to Islands of Adventure. So we'll walk through City Walk at lunchtime and still not think to go in anywhere.
Yeah, we're going, oh, should we just go grab a corn dog?
You'll have a churro on the way out, won't you? There you go, that'll do.
Oh no, the churros.
I
hear
churros.
all the stories of the churros.
One in each hand.
Brilliant, sounds like you had a really good trip.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it was very good, and definitely look forward to going back again in September.
Oh, yes.
Good.
So we'll finish it off. Obviously, you heard the big announcement made a few months back about the Spider-Man upgrade and Despicable Me. What was your opinion on it?
I can't wait for the Spider-Man upgrade. Sounds excellent. And at first, I was a little disappointed in the Despicable Me announcement because I hadn't actually watched the movie yet. And then since then, I did watch the film, and I actually think they could do a lot with it. And I think it could be very interesting.
It's very underrated. A lot of people haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they'll do a big push, before the ride opens, and people will be excited to see it. I think once it comes out,
the kids are going to go balmy for the minions, aren't they? Yeah, they are cute.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
but the Spider-Man one's definitely the biggest one.
Yeah, and just the way it is now, I couldn't imagine it with any higher quality screens. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
It's going to be absolutely stunning. So, Darren, from your point of view now, you said that Forbidden Journey is your favourite ride. It's overtaken Spider-Man. Do you think having this upgrade maybe back up where it belongs?
I don't know. We will have to see after they do it. But I'd say it definitely has a shot. It's still in the running.
You'll have to come back and let us know.
Absolutely, definitely.
Oh, I surely will.
Brilliant. Right. Thanks very much for joining us. We really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. I had a great time.
Right. So this comes to our third Walk the Walk segment. Hunter, would you like to tell everyone where we shall be walking around today?
This week we will be walking around the San Francisco/Amity areas of the park.
So yes, we shall be. So would someone like to tell me which attraction we would find first walking through San Francisco?
Me.
Jess?
Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review.
So we've all seen it, yes?
Yes.
Right, so the bump that Universal put on there is to say his name 3 times. All together now. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. It doesn't work with Hunter when you're halfway across the world. There's a bloody delay as well. Right, and get ready to meet that wisecracking wacko from the underworld. Beetlejuice live and in person. So everyone's favourite ghost with the most is your host. Hang on, isn't this in San Francisco and not in Zeusland?
I know, I was just thinking.
For this raucous rock and roll review featuring Universal's classic monsters. So prepare to clap your hands or claws or whatever, Hunter, your favourite line there, as Dracula the Wolfman, Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein take the stage in this mega monster spooktacular which features great music, dancing, comedy, special effects and enough pyrotechnics to wake the dead. The live stage show takes place in an open-air amphitheatre located in the San Francisco backlot area and parental guidance suggested, and there are no height restrictions. Hunter, how many times would you say you've seen this?
Twice.
Tracy, we've seen it once.
Once, yeah.
Admittedly, we chose the best time to see it, I think. We saw it during Halloween Horror Nights 2004.
Yes.
And I saw it in the middle of the afternoon in the broad daylight. So
when was the last time you saw it, Hunter?
Saturday.
Oh, okay. Nice. So you're probably the more qualified one, since though it's been 7 years since we've seen it.
Been that long.
Yeah, well, you're not really missing. Maybe the track listings changed since then.
Right. To be honest, I can't remember.
No.
I mean, it was really late. It was about 11 o'clock when we went to see it.
Was that where the shots were in the syringes?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool.
And vodka shots in little syringes.
Well, then where do they do Bill and Ted's.
When-
Because I was under the impression that the Beetlejuice stage was Bill and Ted's
Yeah, I thought that as well.
sort of
You obviously
amphitheater.
can't remember. I know it was 7
I
years
was
ago. We
thinking-
saw it in you know where the Matt Hoffman thing is
Oh,
in
that's
Islands
right.
of Adventure.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
That's where we saw it.
Well, it's only been they haven't done Islands of Adventure with the Halloween Horror Nights for years now, though.
Since we went, they haven't
Yeah,
done it
that was the
since.
last
It's
one, wasn't
always
it?
been in Universal. Yeah, I still feel really privileged that we've
Yeah.
seen it. One of the only years they did it over both parks. But anyway, we're not talking about Halloween Horror Nights. We're talking about
Not
Beetlejuice's
this
Great
time.
Drive review. So, Hunter, would you like to tell everyone exactly what it entails? Then, seeing as though you're the one that's most recently seen it.
It's called a rock and roll review, but it pretty much covers a lot of the other genres. It's got your standard hip hop number and the pop, along with some of the more classic rock songs like I Know You Shook Me All Night Long is in there by AC/DC, and Jump by Van Halen
Okay.
Right.
is in there. And honestly, it's not my favorite show.
Do you think it served its time?
But Beetlejuice is a lot of fun, honestly, on stage.
From when we went to see him, he had him down pat
Yeah.
as well. He was brilliant.
And I remember it was quite an energetic show.
He was like a line from, I'm glad they always advise parents that there are some innuendo type things inside the show. Like last time Beetlejuice, he said, "You ever been with a dead guy?" And he says, there is a plus side to rigor mortis,
Okay.
So,
Very subtle. It'll go over a lot of children's heads, but yes, for the adults, very funny.
and but a lot of the newer people, like I didn't see Beetlejuice until probably I was about 13. And the movie came out 4 years before I was even born. So I think Beetlejuice he's a fun character, but I think it's time for him to become a walk-around character.
Yeah,
and the show
I
can
agree.
go on.
It's very much a cult film anyway. I mean, we sat and watched it with the kids a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
We got a shock at a certain part in the middle of it when he mentions something about the model. Hey, nice model!
Yes.
But fill in the blank. I'll be honest, it's 7 years since we've seen it, and I really don't remember much about it at all. I don't know why we never bothered to go and see it last time.
We obviously weren't that impressed.
It wasn't that. I would have gone... The idea last time
I
was the
don't know,
kids was
maybe
to
it was
go and
just-
see as much as they can. It's not something we ever really made an effort to...
Maybe it was just time. I don't know. Maybe because I know it's not a running continual show. Maybe we just didn't manage to get the timings right.
It was... Well, no, because we never looked at it, so we don't know. We
I
never
don't
looked
know.
to go and see it, but...
Honestly, though, this is my sister. She's 10. She's never seen Beetlejuice, but this is one of her favorite shows, though. So
Yeah, it's good.
I guess it just depends on the person. It's good fun, I guess.
Yeah.
From my point of view, anything, and I've said it before, anything that has live people
Oh yeah.
is good. Let's be honest, we discussed on our last one, the Blues Brothers. How old's that film? It's a damn sight older than Beetlejuice.
1980.
Yeah. But that's still brilliant that they keep that in the park, and I think something like this, I
it is-
think it still has its
Well,
place.
it's cult classic.
Well,
I
look at-
suppose that Beetlejuice is a bit of a cult. Has a cult following now.
Yeah,
Well, even the Blues Brothers has a bit of a cult following.
yeah.
Like the Blues Brothers is quite possibly my favorite film, as I've told you guys before.
You have. But I mean, if you
That is
changed Beetlejuice out, what could you change it for, really?
I don't know, because the stage was built specifically for that.
But do you think that the show's more there to showcase, Frankenstein and Dracula and the Wolfman, the iconic Universal franchises?
Yeah, because you do have like the monsters.
You mean
Catholics,
pretty
so
much
it's keeping it
white
tied
Universal?
in.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
what they're known for. Let's be honest,
Well,
that's
what Universal started off with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Universal monster movies.
So from that standpoint alone, I think it still has a place in the park.
Well, I could see them possibly going the Disney route, which is getting rid of the stage show and just making that a haunted character meet and greet.
That could work.
Not saying I agree with that, but
Yeah.
it could either go really well or really bad.
Well, this is true.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just glad to know that those classic monsters are still getting the recognition.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Whatever Universal is now today, they've got it. You look at Mickey Mouse in the front of the Magic Kingdom. everybody knows where it started, and I think Universal needs to keep that there as well.
Yeah, even though they've moved on to, different thing.
And they have, so has Disney, but Mickey Mouse is still the icon.
When's the last time Mickey Mouse has been in a major film?
Still the icon, though, isn't he? But you're right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
this isn't Disney.
It isn't. So, Tracy, heading on round, where would we come to next?
We would end up at Disaster, a major motion picture starring you. Go behind the scenes at Disaster Studios and learn the secrets of disaster films from the master of mayhem himself, writer, producer, director, studio executive, self-proclaimed genius, Frank Kincaid. You'll see scenes from some of Hollywood's biggest movies and witness live demonstrations that show you how many of the most amazing stunts and special effects were created. You might even get the chance to play a part in Mr. Kincaid's latest film currently in production. Then you'll board a San Francisco subway car for your big chance to be an extra in the climatic special effects finale of Mr. Kincaid's film. You'll experience a cataclysmic earthquake that causes the ground above you to open up and rain down huge chunks of concrete debris. Pillars crumble, trucks crash and explode in flames. A runaway train heads right for you and 65,000 gallons of water flood the underground station. Be sure to watch the exciting movie trailer at the end of the scene, as you may just be making your big screen debut.
Right, yeah, that's pretty wooden enough. So, Tracy, would you like the facts and figures and the rest of it?
I thought it made that sound quite exciting.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's enough to get the people in there.
I hope so. It's an express pass ride.
Good to know.
So, yeah. Because it can be a pretty long queue with all those switchbacks.
It was, yes. Even the last time we did it was quite long and the park was pretty quiet.
And if I remember rightly, at points there are times when you're actually out in the sun.
Yeah.
And it can be quite uncomfortable. So the facts and figures of this, the ride creates all the visual effects of an earthquake and resets them every 2 minutes.
It's quite impressive.
Oh, it is quite impressive. And as it was said in the blurb, approximately 65,000 gallons, not galleons, wrong park, gallons of water are released and recycled every 6 minutes.
So, right, we've all ridden this one yet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Going back to before it was Disaster, Hunter, had you ridden it as Earthquake?
Earthquake. Yes, I have.
Tracy, I know you have, because I was
Yes.
there with you at the time. Do we all agree that Disaster is a much better attraction than Earthquake was originally?
Yeah.
I would say so, yeah.
Because I've got to say, I really wasn't bothered about going back in when I've been in to see it as Earthquake.
I'll be honest, I think it's made it an attraction that I would go and see more. I would make an effort to go and see it probably every time we go now.
Yeah.
The only thing I feel kind of... Have you guys ever been picked to be in the show?
Unfortunately not.
No.
Out of the 5 times I've been selected every time. And, of course, I put myself out there.
Stand like head and shoulders above everybody else.
Could be.
No comment. It's just I've never actually seen the show from a person just sitting out in the stands, so I think maybe I should try that.
That's not a bad idea. So which parts did you get picked for?
I always get the same part.
Which is?
The evil henchman. Well, they're not the evil henchmen, the evil businessmen.
I'm trying to think.
We have rocks fall on top of our heads.
Yes.
Yeah.
And do you
literal rocks?
Do you follow direction?
Of course.
See, again, I like this because of that bit at the beginning. It just makes it different because you've got somebody interacting with the crowd at the start. So there's jokes pointed at people, and it's just a different... For all the ends the same every time, it just makes the first sort of 10 minutes or 15 minutes, however long it is, different every time you ride it.
It's neat because that person actually gets to follow you around for I think it's the first... I think it's the first 2 scenes that person is with you. So you kind of build... It's not much, but you build a little bit of a bond with...
Yeah.
Who's hosting the attraction. One major thing I like about this attraction, as you mentioned on the WDW Fanboys episode, is they make a lot of little jokes that fly over a lot of people's heads.
Yes, it was Tim that actually mentioned that one bit. Is it shot in the balls, take one?
Yeah, the guy, he sits in a couple balls and they call it shoving the balls. Take one. There's one.
I missed that one.
There's one where they put you in front of a green screen, a girl, and they goes, "She's a screamer, take one."
Oh.
And it's just, it's neat little things like that make, if you really listen, you'll get a good laugh out of it.
I mean, it's good, and obviously once you've done that bit, you then go on to probably the best edition.
Oh, without a doubt.
And Hunter, I know you said before we started this, if it didn't get mentioned, you personally were going to write as a complaining letter the projection used for Frank Kincaid, for Christopher Walken.
Stunning.
It's great.
It's stunning. Now, I'm right in assuming this is the same projection system. Is it Musion?
It's Musion technology, and it's also used in Forbidden Journey.
But you and a number of other people, I do believe, have said it's actually used better in Disaster.
Well, in Disaster, you actually see the person interact with this projection. I mean, if you look, there's a part where Christopher Walken, he rips a picture off the wall and then bounces it off, and
that's
the
cool.
team member catches it.
This is a bit where he puts something down on the desk and the team member picks it up as well.
Yeah, and then there's a part where I'm not sure if the team member does this or the projection, but he actually causes a mini truck to explode. If you remember that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember that.
It pretty much bursts into flames.
Yeah.
It is used better over here because,
Purely
in my
because
opinion,
of that interaction.
it is because of the interaction. And some Forbidden Journey, it's a bit lighter inside, though.
Right.
Because it's just like a show rather than interaction. It's just like watching.
I just
a
remember
film.
my jaw being on the floor
It
the
was stunning.
entire
It was the
time.
bit I was looking forward to the most.
Because I didn't know anything about it.
See, I did. I'd
So-
heard quite a bit. But then the actual ride itself's still pretty good, to be honest.
I only have one major complaint about the ride
Go on.
that I actually think is a
I know what
downgrade.
you're going to say because you've already told me about it.
It's the screens. I don't like the director guy screaming at me the entire time directions while I'm writing.
See, I don't remember that, to be honest.
Yeah, I do.
He's
It
pretty
was a
much
bit-
telling you, "Oh, look right, there's water coming out." Scream! All the girls in the tram scream.
Thing is, though, that's probably what it's like.
Probably.
It looks good on the final tape. It's just I kind of want to enjoy watching the stuff destroy around me without having
I've been
this
told
guy,
what
yeah.
to do. And,
But it's
yeah.
good
Yeah.
that they got somebody like The Rock in to do it as well. You know, he's quite a big... I said it on our fanboys thing, and Tim didn't agree with me. That I actually think he is a decent actor. He just doesn't
no.
really... I don't know. You watch Welcome to the Jungle. I don't think he's a bad actor, to be quite honest.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the one good movie he was good in.
Welcome to the Jungle.
No, it's not that. The Rundown. That's the movie I enjoyed.
Oh, what was that thing we watched?
It was a,
Did we watch? Oh, Walking Tall. That was quite good.
yeah, I did enjoy that.
Have you seen Walking Tall?
No, I haven't. To tie him into another Universal film, he was the Scorpion King.
I was just going
in
to
the
was.
say,
movie.
You're
I was gonna
right.
say, let's not mention that.
Yeah, I thought he was alright. He was good
That
as the Scorpion
Actually,
King, but
he
then
was
when it
good. The
changed into
CG
like the
was
CG bit was a bit
horrendous.
naff. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
My 6-year-old daughter could have done better.
But yeah, but it's good. It's good that they got,
Yeah.
you know, they tied some like a fairly decent actor, you know, quite a big movie star in with it, and just to give it a bit more
I
of
don't know,
a.
would you call him a movie
Well, then he
star?
went off and got his
Yeah.
own film. He got the Scorpion King film.
Yeah, which we haven't seen actually.
No, because I felt like I saw enough.
No, it's supposed to be quite good, the Scorpion King actually. Yeah, but it's not him as a big scorpion thing, is it? It's him as
It's him as the
whatever he was before he.
precursor then.
Yeah,
he was pretty much a warrior, and he becomes king at the end. Spoiler alert.
it's pretty much in the title.
Who was king of the Scorpions though?
Don't know. It wouldn't be too bad, would it? Right. So,
Anyways, back to Disaster.
Yeah.
We
well, as
have such a habit of these tangents.
absolutely. Well, I agreed with Tim on our fanboys when he said it was his hidden gem, his underappreciated hidden gem, and I actually agreed with him until he said it. It wasn't something that went through my head, but I agree. I think it's a ride that a lot of people will pass off and think it's just Earthquake with a bit of a gloss over, isn't it? I think because
That's
of
what I thought, I'll be honest.
because
until
of
I
the
went in.
yeah, because of that opening bit, I think it's worth. I think I would do it every time we went.
And when you look at those facts, all the effects that you go through and they reset within 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and the amount of water that's released and recycled, it's
Put it this way, right? You
Yeah.
compare it to its Disney equivalent, which is the Backlot Tour and
Is
Catastrophe.
that even equivalent, though?
Catastrophe Canyon. I would say so.
I'd say it's close enough, yeah.
Which do you think's better? Be honest.
It's easily Disaster, in my
I would
opinion.
agree.
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
The tram tour, they've been talking about getting rid of that for years and
They
putting in
have
a new e-ticket attraction.
It's pretty much Catastrophe Canyon, and that's it. And that's not that impressive. And they've got rid of the cast member off the tram, and it's
have they?
yes. That's
Ugh.
kind of why we never bothered with it last time we were
Right.
there. They've done what a lot of Disney rides have, and they've got rid of the cast member off
And
it, so
so
it's just
that human interaction.
a recorded spiel. And as I said,
Makes
that's
it
why I
works.
think Disaster's such a good attraction, because you've got quite a major part of it. Anyway, so that's Disaster. Which brings us on to
Everyone's favorite attraction.
Yay!
Hunter.
Well, after we leave the San Francisco area, we are going to arrive in Amity, and everyone knows the major attraction there is Jaws.
So now, unlike we've done for our first two attractions, Tracy, would you like to introduce our next segment?
Our next segment is a new segment. And we are going to hand over to our newest co-host. And if you would like to take it away with Fact Hunter, please.
When the Universal Studios Orlando Resort opened in June of 1990, it was an all-new experience for theme park visitors. Here was a chance to ride some of their favorite movies. Along with such classics as King Kong, E.T., and Back to the Future, Jaws contributed to this collection of rides based on the movies. Jaws has continued to be one of the most popular attractions at all of the Universal Studios Orlando Park. Jaws' history with theme parks actually started as multiple scenes on the world-famous tram tour over at Universal Studios Hollywood. For the Universal Studios Florida Park/Studio project, Universal sought to take components of the Hollywood tour scene and turn it into its own ride, in which guests instead board the fictional Captain Jake's Amity boat tours for a leisurely cruise of the Amity Harbor, but are caught in a chase with the Jaws shark. The original ride was designed by MCA Universal Planning and Development in association with Ride and Show Engineering, who designed their original tour scene. Steven Spielberg, who directed the first film in the series, also served as a creative consultant for the ride. Following the original opening with Jaws, it experienced extensive, persistent breakdowns as a result of massive special effects involved, as did most of the fellow original rides at Universal Studios, along with Confrontation, Earthquake, and the Big One. However, while Universal was able to fix out the bugs in those rides, Jaws wasn't so lucky. The ride constantly had issues and it had to be evacuated almost daily. Following the summer opening of the park, it temporarily shut down the ride, which was on September 30th of 1990, and they sued Ride and Show Engineering for failing to properly design the ride. Throughout the entire year of 1991 and the early months of 1992, Universal attempted to refurbish the effects of the ride for a reopening, but with no result. Eventually, Universal then collaborated with Totally Fun Company, who completely redesigned the ride, and they created a new version of almost the entire thing. It was completely different. One of the major things that was changed was the original scene, which is Jaws when he bit onto the tour boat and turned it by 90 degrees. And this was replaced by the gas dock explosion scenes. And the second being the finale where the skipper shot a grenade into the shark's mouth, causing him to explode underwater. This effect originally resulted in gushing blood and meat flying up, basically, which, as we now know, was replaced with the current finale in which Jaws is electrocuted by biting into a high-voltage barrage. The ride was officially reopened in 1993, 3 years after opening. Jaws has had tons of technical issues throughout its entire lifespan. In 1990, the original refurbishment occurred, which included most of the stuff I just mentioned. Among some minor details, the tour boat canopies were changed. They were originally curved, but they were changed for unknown reasons. However, you can still see this in the original Q video, which still plays to this very day. The skipper uniforms also changed. They used to wear a captain's hat and a white webbed belt as part of their uniform, but now they are not required to wear hats of any kind. and wear a blue belt instead. However, the original video also shows them with these original articles of clothing. Quint's boat shack was another thing that was changed. It was a tall wooden building off the starboard side of the tour boats near the beginning of the ride. It was originally a boat shack owned by Quint the fisherman and featured a replica of his fishing boat, the Orca, tied up outside of it. The voice of Quint could even be heard outside the shack for close listeners. Despite his death and all. That doesn't count for anything. This building was renamed Stephen's Canary, following the attraction's first clother, and the Orca boat, along with the audio track of Quint's voice, was removed. Personally, what I view as the biggest loss, something I've never seen, but I've been scouring YouTube for, is the part where the tour boat is actually pulled by Jaws. He would pop up out of the water, bite down on the tour boat, and drag it through the water, turning it counterclockwise. In 2005, following the hurricanes that struck Central Florida in 2004, it was forced to temporarily close the ride due to the rising cost of petroleum that is used to fuel the numerous pyrotechnical effects throughout the attractions, as well as the tour boats. The ride finally opened in December of 2005, but was listed as seasonal and only open on busier days. This lasted until February 2007, when the ride was finally opened full-time again after numerous guest complaints. There were several things changed this go-around as well, and also added. The bubbling water effects that were added to the sinking Amity 3 tour boat, as well as the misty cloud effects in the boathouse scene, was added. In 2010, there was another minor refurbishment, which basically just changed the diesel fuel that the boats used to run on to biodiesel, and the flame bars were reinstalled, or the firewall was reinstalled to the gas dock scene. In 2011, there was more gore painted on the shark in the gas dock scene with new blood cuts. The sharks were also completely repainted. Life jackets were added because since the actual ride is on track, if the boat were to derail, it would sink. So next we're going to give you a ride synopsis. Basically, first I'm going to go over the theming, followed by a bit of the queue, and we're eventually going to get into a scene-by-scene ride-through. But for that, I'm going to rejoin up with Lee and Tracy for this virtual ride-through, and we're going to discuss all the scenes throughout the attraction. If you would rather be spoiler-free, I would suggest skipping this if you have never experienced Jaws. It always helps to go into it with a fresh mindset to increase maximum enjoyability and that element of surprise, the mythos behind the ride. It was the shark named Jaws was eventually destroyed in 1974. Brody became a legend in Amity Harbor, and the Jaws incident inspired a big Hollywood movie. 1970s, Spielberg directed the original summer blockbuster Jaws. However, tourism on Amity Island strongly decreased due to the fear of sharks. However, resident seaman Jake Grundy decided to open a new boat tour on the island, which would take guests out to the historic areas where the shark attacks actually occurred. This ultimately brought back to the tourism to the island. The queue is pretty simple, honestly. It's a series of boathouses that are near Amity Harbor. It holds nautical artifacts, fishing supplies, and feature numerous overhead television monitors, which are all tuned to Amity's local TV station, WGWS 13, the station that bites. The station features low-budget local talk, children's and news programming, ad for local businesses, and promos even for classic movies and television shows, most of which come from, coincidentally, the Universal Library. Upon reaching the end of this queue, you are loaded up onto the boat, and you set forth on one of Captain Jake's tour boats. As for the ride-through, we are going to go over that in just a few minutes. So, a little bit of trivia. There are over 20 business facades. They can be all seen throughout Amity Island. The Stephen's Canary facade formerly featured the Ocean Spray logo, which was the attraction's sponsor when the park was owned by Seagram's Corporation. Lampposts along the streets of Amity Island feature red, white, and blue bunting and medallions that have the year 76 on them. This is because 1976 bicentennial celebration is the setting for all of Amity Island. Even the music played in this area of the park is from that era. The attraction's queue holds a maximum of 1,000 guests for up to 90 minutes. Throughout the queue in the attraction itself, guests may be able to spot numerous pairs of shoes. These shoes belong to former Jaws skippers who have worked at the attraction over the years. Over 2,000 miles, or 3,200 kilometers of electrical wire used throughout the attraction. The ride track is approximately 1,140 feet, or 350 meters in length, and feature a total of 3 track switches. 2 near the unload dock to take tour boats in and out of the boat storage sliding, and 1 near the load dock to take boat tours in and out of the boat maintenance building. The tour boats travel through the attraction at an average speed of approximately 2 knots. The total ride time is about 5 minutes. Amity Harbor covers an area of roughly 7 acres and hold approximately 5 million U.S. gallons, or 19 million liters, of water. The sinking Amity 3 boats is one of the only 2 original remaining scenes from the original 1990 version of the attraction, the other being the boathouse. Amity 3 is dunked in and pulled out of the water over 800 times a day. The diesel fuel from the boat engines causes its canopy to become discolored. A fun fact that I recently just found out is that the grenade launchers that are used to cause explosions are not set off by the skipper. They're set off on a timer, and the skipper must memorize when and where they go off at. This resulted in criticism of the realism of the ride, because if you have a new skipper or one who does not practice enough, it results in them aiming at one spot and it going off in another, or worse, them not aiming at all and having the water explosions going off for no apparent reasons. Originally, the grenade launchers were rigged with a transmitter that sent a signal to the computer to the tour boat that set off the explosions. They also featured a CO2 cartridge to give the sound and appearance of a grenade being fired. The transmitters and the cartridges have long since been removed, and now it is up to each individual skipper to make this effect appear believable and realistic. The tails of the 2 shark fin audio animatronics formally move from side to side to imitate the swimming motion of a real shark. It was eventually disabled because it used to knock the sharks off track. Speaking of the sharks, they can move through at about 20 feet per second and thrust with a power equal to that of a Boeing 737 aircraft at takeoff. Jaws, or the shark, is seen a total of 7 times throughout the attraction, 5 times on the port side on the tour boat and 2 times on the starboard side. In the Florida version, a bloody handprint used to be seen on the right side of the orca, right where the skipper directs the boat into the boathouse. This was removed after a while. Jaws is also noticeable for having the Halloween Horror Nights mazes usually set in the Jaws extended queue. It's usually set up to make a haunted maze. Alright, I guess that cuts it, and thank you very much.
And now is the part of my segment when we are going to join back up with Lee and Tracy for a virtual ride-through of this week's attraction.
Hello!
Hello!
Hi, guys.
All excited.
Take it away, Skipper.
The tour begins in Amity Harbor as the tour boat passes the home of Chief Brody, Mayor Larry Vaughn, and various harborside businesses. Suddenly, your tour boat approaches a lighthouse situated on top of a rocky jet, and the tour is suddenly interrupted by a radio distress call. He calls for help, and as you turn the corner, it reveals Amity 3, which is sinking into the murky waters of Amity Harbor.
Tracy, first scene, what's your opinions?
Well, normally by this point, I'm just sat with a big grin on my face, because it's just so cool, isn't it?
And this guy, I love the pretense that you're actually on a boat ride through Amity, seeing the scenes that happened in the film.
You're just a tourist.
But then, hang on, it's happening again.
Oh, yeah.
It is cool.
Like all over again. Well, they took the format of this 30-year-old ride, which was Disneyland's Jungle Cruise, and updated it. And then from this first scene, you can tell it's going to be totally different from that format.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's brilliant. I love it.
I'd say it's effective in setting up the story, and that's pretty much all you really need from that opening scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that first mild peril scene.
That's cool.
A dorsal fin rises out of the water, and the fin of what appears to be a very large shark. The fin submerges and passes beneath the boat, rocking it back and forth. In a panic, the skipper pulls out the grenade launcher as the dorsal fin rises out of the water on the opposite side. The skipper actually doesn't realize that it's loaded, and he tries firing it, but misses entirely. He tries the second shot, but it misses again. That's the second scene.
Which is cool. It is dead cheesy, especially when you get a team member who's not exactly on point on the day, and he shoots slightly and the water jets go off slightly mistimed. It's funny. But
yeah, as I mentioned in the trivia segment of the behind the scenes, they actually are set on a time schedule. So if the skippers, relatively inexperienced, they're going to be either aiming in the wrong direction or not even having the gun whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's just a random explosion.
It's still cool.
It's when you get the
it?
cool ones that don't even look and just fire backwards over the shoulder.
Yeah,
You know,
but
but
that's
they get
it.
it
It's just-
spot on.
I think it's the ones that manage to still make it like quite cool, even though they realise they sort of ballsed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that bit. I think it's quite cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's the first time we actually see. Well, you don't see the full shark, but you do see. It's the first time you actually see a bit of that shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the water,
So-
the actual supposed virtual shots in the water are actually quite effective,
Oh, they are.
considering how old
They
the
are,
ride
and I
is.
just love the skipper's reaction where it's like, "Whoa, this thing's actually loaded."
Yeah,
Yeah.
So the skipper decides to navigate to a nearby old boathouse that is owned by the grizzled old fisherman and shark hunter Quint. Inside of the darkened boathouse, the skipper turns on the searchlights and looks for a place to tie up the tour boat. Suddenly, the shark rams the walls of the boathouse from inside, knocking rowboats, barrels, and other fishing gear off of the walls into the water. Attempting to escape, the skipper struggles to get the boat engine to drop into gear, succeeding as the giant shark smashes through the boathouse wall and surfaces inside of the boathouse, grazing the side of the tour boat with his mouth agape.
definitely the scariest bit of the
Oh,
ride.
yeah. Being in the
Without a
dark
doubt.
It's the
always-
darkest.
Yeah,
It's the scene where you feel the most peril.
I remember the kids were freaking out at that
Yeah.
bit.
They were.
Well, yeah, you're like out in broad daylight, and then you pull into this dark, creepy house.
But it's cool. There's like the
boathouse.
creaky noises and things. Something drops.
Yeah, and he's got the spotlight.
Yeah, look at what was that?
And this is actually a scene where people can get wet because there is a barrel full of water that
Yes.
tips, if you remember.
Yes. Oh,
And it's the first time you really get a good look at the shark
yeah, as it comes up the side.
because
of the
he's
road.
right next to the side
Yeah.
of the tour boat.
And it's quite funny if there's somebody there who you can tell has never ridden it before and they're right on the outside edge
Yep.
and they usually freak. And that's
Yeah.
usually quite funny.
Well, I remember the first time I went on Jaws. I was 13, and it was back in 2005, and I knew what was going to happen. I didn't know exactly how, but I was like, "Mom, I need to sit on the inside. I'm not sitting on the outside edges my first ride through." So
I sat Raymond on the outside on one of his, and at certain bits he was pushing into me so hard he was moving me across the boat.
I think this, to summarize, though, this is easily the scariest scene on the attraction.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. It's also where I think, personally, where the shark is the most effective.
Yeah, because it's not out in the broad daylight.
Yeah, it makes it much more sinister.
Yes.
Because you.
It's dark. If I can use another Universal comparison, it's a lot like Jurassic Park River Adventure, if I can use that, because the dinosaurs on the inside, where it's really dark, look much better than they do on the outside.
Yeah.
Even though they've been around for the same time period. As the tour boat leaves the boathouse, it is informed by Chief Brody over the radio that we will be there in 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Knowing that the tour boat
We'll be shark bait in 10 minutes.
and its passengers will be shark bait in 10 minutes.
Aww.
The skipper rearms himself with the grenade launcher just as the shark attacks the tour boat again next to Brindle's gas dock, which actually has one of the cheapest gas prices in the world.
And it's bloody
It
hot in the
does.
middle of summer.
It's bloody hot.
Just
Anytime.
Unfortunately, the next grenade that the skipper fires manages to hit the nearby gas dock, which erupts into flames, threatening the tour boat and its passengers. Fortunately, the skipper manages to make a getaway before the flames reach the tour boat.
As I've said, if you're sat on the outside edge in the middle of this Florida summer, that heat that comes off that gas explosion is unbelievable.
It really, well, it's not a big blockbuster Universal attraction unless fire is involved somehow.
But how
Very
cool is
true.
it? I think it's brilliant with the fire
It is.
effects. It's like when I love that they get the fire across the water as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love that.
I'm glad they brought the fire effects back because for a long time after the hurricanes in Central Florida, they were actually, with the rising cost of petroleum, they had to cut back with it.
Yeah.
Except they got so many guest complaints, they had to bring it back.
I'm trying to think if it was working when we were there last. I think it was, wasn't it?
It was,
I don't
but-
remember it not being.
I do remember reading that they did reduce.
But they cut it all together, didn't they?
Yeah, at one point they cut it all together, but they were reducing the amount of flame,
Right.
and it was intermittent. It was only every other. and
It
stuff
makes
like that.
sense, man, because petrol is that
Yeah.
expensive.
Well, the flame wall effect on the fire is actually, I've seen it both on and off as of recently, so I guess it really just depends on the day.
Right. The cooler it is, the more they turn it
The weird thing is that you see the flame goes down right before you, a good bit before you actually drive over it, so it's kind of just like, it's all right.
Yeah, but they're not going to make you drive through it properly.
Well, I'd hope not.
No.
So, following that scene as a last resort, the skipper decides to unload everyone at an old fishing pier that happens to be located near a high-voltage barrage. As they reach the pier, the shark's fin reappears, heading straight for the tour boat. Suddenly, the shark emerges right next to the tour boat as it bites down on a submerged power cable from the barrage and electrocutes itself. The smell of roasted shark fills the air as the shark disappears into a cloud of steam that engulfs the tour boat. As the steam cloud disappears, the charred corpse of the shark resurfaces and makes one final lunge at the tour boat. But the skipper quickly takes one last shot at it with the grenade launcher and finally hits it, destroying the shark and restoring the tranquility of Amity Harbor.
Hey, my God, that thing's disgusting.
And it stinks.
Yeah.
I hold my breath at that scene, honestly.
That's
Doesn't want
cool.
to
I love
meat
that
after
bit.
that bit.
I know the kids absolutely cack themselves at that
Yeah,
bit.
it is. But
It's
it
a
is
hell of a
quite-
shock, it
yeah.
is. It's good, dead
Scary.
effective. I mean, it'd be good to see if they decided to plough some money in to see what they could do with it and bring it up to the technology today. But it is.
I don't know, because I think that's part of the charm.
What, that it's that bad it's
Is
good?
it? It's that bad. It's good. It's like the film.
Would you say that it's not a classic on the terms? Well, in Universal terms, it's not as much of a classic as the way the Haunted Mansion or Pirates of the Caribbean is.
In Universal terms, I would say,
Oh, so
yeah, it
that's
is,
an absolute
definitely.
classic. Yeah.
So I'm saying, why don't we go that route? And you can update the attraction, but keep the integrity of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you catch my drift.
Yes.
I don't
Actually, it seems like the 1990, the original version before it closed out, was more advanced.
Right.
As I mentioned in my behind the scenes segment, Fact Hunter, that there was actually a scene where the gas dock is now, where the Jaws shark would actually come up and bite the side of the boat, twisting you 90 degrees.
Cool.
Wow.
So it'd be cool to see them install something like that.
Yeah. To be honest, it wouldn't take much to bring it back up to somewhere near looking pristine. A lick of paint
Yeah,
in there, it
that's
wouldn't
fine.
take much.
Well, I think the kind of faded paint works well on this. I mean, not on the sharks, but I mean on the buildings and such. It looks
absolutely. Thank you very much for inviting us on that virtual ride through Hunter. It was good fun talking about it. I loved it. I'll be honest, it is. Depending on what mood I'm in, I would say it's my favourite ride in Universal Studios. I love it.
It's theming wise, it's very well, but as for my personal favorite ride, it's Revenge of the Mummy.
Yeah, I love Jaws.
I like Revenge of the Mummy, but Jaws is above that for me.
I think so.
Well, I think the theming for the Mummy, it's kind of updated a bit. If you catch my drift.
But this isn't
The
about
thing-
the Mummy.
No, it's sorry.
You'll get your chance at some point, I'm sure.
For me, it's a nostalgia trip.
It is. It's one of the classics, and I think it was completely fair comparing it to Pirates. It's Universal's version of Pirates.
Yes.
I hope they really don't get rid of it.
Tracy's the same as me. We grew up with Jaws.
Yes, we are the original generation. We are the Jaws generation.
Well, that was the original summer blockbuster right there.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
I remember seeing it when I was quite young.
Uh-huh. Yes. Being traumatised by it.
I know a couple of people who've been traumatized. Wink.
Yeah, he's upstairs in bed at the moment.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So good.
So that's finished all the rides and attractions, so we'll bring us on to restaurants. And the first one in San Francisco we will come to, Tracy, would be?
Lombard's Seafood Grill. Right. Lombard's is a full-service dining experience which features the finest decor throughout the park. Throughout the park?
Just read it.
Well, that just makes me think the whole place is decorated like Lombard's Seafood Grill. Sorry. Plus, it does offer the best food and is heavy with seafood dishes, as you would expect. You can almost hear the foghorns and clanging of buoy bells, or buoy bells, at Lombard's Seafood Grill, a casually elegant full-service restaurant located at Universal Studios' recreation of San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf. This waterfront establishment is Universal Studio Florida. It's a flagship restaurant, delighting diners since the park first opened. At Lombard's, you will enjoy friendly, attentive service in Victorian surroundings. The centre of the dining room is dominated by a huge aquarium, enabling you to watch exotic saltwater fish swim happily about, relieved not to be on the menu. That's grim.
It's true, though. You don't remember Craig's trip report? It's exactly what he commented on.
That's grim.
If I go to Red Lobster, I'd pick out I'm like, I want to eat you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm so glad I don't like lobster. So the speciality here is seafood, such dishes as New England clam chowder, bay shrimp cob salad, fish and fries, seafood marinara, and an expertly prepared catch of the day. You'll also find other items on the menu as well, including appetizers, sandwiches, salads, pasta, and incredible desserts. There's a children's menu, wine and cocktails are available. It's lunch and dinner daily, and it's full service. You can also make a reservation. Call Universal Studio Reservations at 407-224-3613.
Sounds all right to me. Have you ever eaten there?
I haven't, no.
Hunter, have you ever
I haven't
eaten
been in
there?
there either. I'm surprised to know that, first of all, Universal Studios Florida has a flagship restaurant. That kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I mean, we know from talking to Craig when we did his trip report, he went there and he said it was fantastic.
It did.
You know, it's probably pretty expensive, though.
He said it wasn't
sound
bad.
it.
He said it wasn't
I know.
bad.
See, for me, I don't really do seafood.
And see, me and my mom could eat seafood all day, so maybe
I
that's something.
quite like seafood, but the fact that it's got pastas and salads and something,
I know,
something in
it's-
there as well. But
But the pastas and salads have probably got shrimp in them, which is the one thing that I really don't
No.
like.
Crustaceans.
do you not think that it has major competition by walking 10 minutes out of the park into City Walk and going to Bubba Gump?
No, because you're inside the park.
Yeah.
You're
But
just
if
gonna
you
sit
went
go
there.
for convenience.
Lombard's once and it wasn't that good, and you knew, as we do, that,
And I really, really wanted seafood that day,
yeah, you'd go to
then I
Bubba
would
Gump.
probably walk over to Bubba Gump's, yeah.
But you've
But
got...
Bubba Gump's is at the other end of City Walk. It's not like as
This is
soon as
true.
it's not where the NASCAR
Yeah.
diner's located or whatever it's called.
It's a good 10-15 minute walk.
Yeah, but would that be enough for you to go, "Oh, I really want seafood, I can't be bothered to walk over there, this is crap, I'll just
Well,
go
to
in
be
here
honest,
anyway"?
when we're at the theme parks, we tend to snack around instead of sitting down and eating a full meal.
Well, we do, to be
I was
honest,
gonna
but
say,
Tracy, I
I
think
need to
we're
go
going
for
to
a
change
slow
our
dog.
eating habits next time we go.
We're eating more.
Purely for, well, not purely, but I think for the podcast as a whole, I think we need to try some of these other places out. I'll be honest, that
blame it on
sounds
the
like...
podcast. Why don't
Yeah.
Why not?
All this weight we're going to put on.
That sounds like somewhere I would like to try.
I would probably join you guys when you guys do that, if not beforehand. I find it funny that how many times they mention that this is a seafood restaurant.
Because seafood...
Like it's in the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's one of those things, isn't it? The seafood, a lot of people, you either love it or you hate it.
Well, I'm going to reserve judgment, and I may actually see you after when I've had my slow dog.
Well, no, you can't talk about that yet. 'cause
That's why I
we
said I'm
haven't got
reserving
there.
judgment.
Anyway, somewhere I would quite happily try. Tracy, maybe depending on what's on the menu.
Yeah, it depends on what's... But it did say fish and fries, which, you know...
Hunter, yeah, you said you'd definitely try it.
Yeah, I'd definitely go try it.
Cool. Right, so next one on the menu, eatery-wise, Hunter, would be?
It's Richter's Burger Company. This warehouse-like structure seems to have been damaged by the Big One. Burgers are high on the menu, including the Big One. Towards the back of... I can't...
No, it's all right.
Who's
Go on.
laughing at-
A pair of us.
Putting on my movie announcer.
Oh, that's good. Carry on.
I'm enjoying it.
Where was I?
Towards the back of the establishment.
Okay, towards the back of the establishment are tables with a lagoon view. Plus there's a balcony which offers up a great view of New York. What's that rumbling? Is that an earthquake or just your stomach? Better head to Richter's for some ground-shattering double cheeseburgers that can top yourself at the Fixins Bar, plus chicken sandwiches, grilled chicken salads, and milkshakes.
What are you laughing at? Tracy's just wetting herself here. I'm not quite
You
sure
can
why.
top yourself with the things
It doesn't.
suicide.
Yeah, it does actually say double cheeseburgers that you can top yourself at the Fixins Bar. It's double cheeseburgers that you can top yourself at the Fixins Bar, not top yourself.
Universe saying, go suicide.
Right.
That's the slogan
No,
I
you
don't
can
think
see
it's going
New
to
York
catch
from the
on.
balcony, and then you can go jump off.
So,
The hours, it's lunch and dinner daily, and the service type is counter service.
right, well, I can speak for both of us. We haven't eaten here.
No, but I
Hunter.
certainly want to.
Have you?
Neither, but I've walked around inside of it.
It does sound good.
It's important to note that this is the place with like the 300 plus drink options or whatever it is.
Because Craig mentioned that when he did his trip report. So how does that work?
It's actually a machine. It's got a touch screen, and you touch which soda you want, and that dispenses it.
Is it a mix and match type thing?
I think it is like
Is
that,
it
yeah.
like the new one that they've just put in at the AMC Theatre at Downtown Disney?
I haven't been to the AMC Theater in a while, honestly.
They put something in over there. There's like so many drinks, but they reckon the whole combinations you can make up to something like 60 different flavours.
I just know that was what was advertised, and we walked in there one day and we checked what that was all about. The theming's pretty cool. It is an empty warehouse, but there's like the structural beams are all bent and out of shape from this
Cool.
big earthquake.
It definitely sounds like something somewhere I would try without a doubt.
It's more of a like it wouldn't rank on its typical theme park food is cheeseburgers and chicken sandwiches and stuff.
So what I'd like to know is, yes, it's cheeseburgers, but do they do a vegetarian patty? Because this is a problem. I
Chicken.
don't eat.
You can get a chicken
You
one.
can get a chicken sandwich, but I like a burger. You know, I like a chicken burger or a veggie burger. I don't
Hunter.
do beef.
Yes.
Homework. Next time you go to the park, would you like to call into Richter's Burger Company for Tracy and ask them if they do a vegetarian burger? Or a chicken burger, please?
All right. Take that down so I'll remember.
Because I will eat a beef burger, but
You'd rather it wasn't.
yeah.
Honestly, out of all the places I've ate it at, Moe's Drive-In does the best burger at Universal Studios.
Mel's.
Mel's crap.
That'd be cool, actually, if they did change it to Moore's Drive-In.
Yeah,
Like
that'd be
a
cool.
Simpsons-themed.
That'd be a bit far away, though.
Yeah, but it'll be cool.
We went to Saturn Mel's and then left, didn't we?
No, because you went, I don't like vanilla and I don't like chocolate, so I'm
it
not
was
having a
milkshakes,
milkshake.
wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, I'm such a pain in the backside.
But right, another one we can add to our list, Tracy. We've got some bloody eating to do next time we go there.
oh, yes.
But it does sound very, very good.
It does.
So right, I shall mention the next one. We're getting into little places now, aren't we? Chez Alcatraz would be the next one we come to, and apparently this outdoor stand offers fast snacks like peel and eat shrimp, seafood chowder, turkey wraps, chili and nachos. This is an outdoor venue. Even though it said before that outdoor stands, Tracy, please stop doing pukey faces next to me.
I haven't had a pukey face since he said peel and eat shrimp.
No, there you go. Hunter, have you eaten there?
No, I haven't.
Trace, no,
I don't
not
think
as if we
so.
haven't. But again, it's just one of those little places, just for like the type of places that we talk about when you're there and you're not wanting to sit down and eat, just to grab something quick. Plenty of choice there, I think, for what everyone wants.
Turkey wraps and nachos sounds good to me.
And slap a bit of chili on top of that. Sounds pretty good to me.
I like shrimp.
I don't mind shrimp. Raymond likes shrimp, doesn't he?
I find it interesting that you can just walk up to a place and get peel and eat shrimp.
Yeah,
That's mention it.
That's just wrong.
sounds alright to me.
I really don't like shrimp.
Tracy, next place for a snack.
The next place is the San Francisco Pastry Company.
Ooh.
That sounds good already. This small pastry coffee shop is located right across from the entrance to Lombard's. They serve fine pastry, coffees and cappuccinos are menu highlights. Other tidbits include fruit salads, sandwiches and other light drinks.
Anybody eating anything from here?
No, it sounds like your typical cafe type fare, though.
Sounds
It does.
okay though. Somewhere, fruit salad's always a good thing to pick up just to get you through the day. If you feel a bit peckish, doesn't it give you a bit of a
Cake.
boost? But
Cake.
again, sounds pretty good.
Cake and cappuccino. You're talking about fruit salads at a coffee place.
So,
If
He's
you need to pick me up, you get a coffee, right?
no, not in the middle of
It's
Florida
coffee.
at 100 degrees in the middle of summer.
He's
I'm sure they
talking.
do iced coffee.
Who wants to drink iced coffee?
My mom's addicted to the
It
stuff.
just sounds nasty.
I think it's funny he's talking about eating healthy stuff when he's on holiday.
I like
No, you don't do healthy
we
on
have
holiday.
fruit still.
I want to see you guys hit all these restaurants at once, like one after another.
we're gonna-
Bam, bam, bam.
We will. Hunter, would you
It's been
like
a good day.
our next snack location and possibly our
next snack-
favourite?
The next snack location is another one I have not been to, which is the Midway Grill. This outdoor snack stand with picnic tables is loaded with hot dogs, chili dogs, slaw, Reuben, Chicago, fries, and various soft drinks and beer. All dogs are $7.39.
Sorry, I'm drooling.
Continue.
It's the 4th of July in Amity, and everyone's playing carnival games on the Midway. Nobody wants to go into shark-infested waters. Time to grab some delicious Nathan's famous hot dogs, fries, chili, and cold drinks. The hours are lunch and dinner only, and it is a walk-up window service.
So, Hunter, you say you've never eaten here.
Never eaten there. I've never eaten at any of these places, honestly.
Tracy, I believe we've eaten here every time we've been.
Oh, yeah. It's very, very good.
They are good hot dogs.
Huge.
It's a decent enough price. There's do you know where it is, Hunter?
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
Now, where we sat last time, we managed to grab a table right by the fence as the just before the exit ramp to Jaws, so you can watch the Jaws boats come in.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're all cheering that they survived, and you can whoop along with them, which is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the place? I know there's a place that sells like fried chicken. Where's that on here?
I don't know. I never saw it, and I've
Pass. What
Oh, well.
if it's Chez Alcatraz, perhaps?
anyway.
It says like, and so that suggests it's not listing everything.
Anyway. But yeah, it's somewhere we go for a snack. We've been every
For
time
lunch,
we've
not just
been
for a
to
snack.
Florida. We've been
Yeah. Slaw Dog's fantastic.
because I got a chili dog the first time. I can't remember what I got last time. But yeah, we always go there.
I'm trying to think what a Chicago dog is. Can't think.
It's just a style of hot dog.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
that, but I think it
So not
means
a Reuben is,
specifically
so-
what exactly.
Might try a Reuben next time.
Mm.
I don't really like slaw.
You do or you don't.
I don't.
Oh,
It's
I
not
like
my-
coleslaw. Only your coleslaws were not like our coleslaw.
No, not really.
I don't think it's the same.
It's also coleslaw, not cold
I said
slaw.
coleslaw. And the last place we come to is Boardwalk Snacks. And it's just a little place across from Jaws, and it sells ices and beer and soft serve ice cream, as well as funnel cakes and other snacks. Anybody got anything from here?
I think I've got an icy and a funnel cake.
Never had a funnel cake, Tracy.
every time.
We haven't been there.
No.
You've never ate a funnel cake?
No, and it's something that's always been on our list of things to eat when we've
Which
been
never
there.
Fried
hungry.
dough topped with powdered sugar.
I know.
Yeah.
I even
It's
know.
pretty much-
I even know how to make them.
Yeah, you've never made one?
No, because then I'd eat it. I'd do secret cooking and eat it at home before anybody came home, so they wouldn't know I'd made it. Because I know
To be
I'm going
honest,
to love them.
Disney's perfected the funnel cake.
Have they?
Yeah, they're better than... Well, it's all relative, I guess.
I shall bear that in mind.
Right, so that'll do us for eateries.
Yes, eateries. And next we have shops, correct?
We have, yes. So, Tracy, the first shop that you would find...
It'd be the San Francisco Candy Company.
Yay.
Candy! So it's not an earthquake. That crunching you hear is the sound of candy sweets and treats being gobbled up at the San Francisco Candy Factory. Enjoy fresh-made fudge, candy apples, gourmet cookies, and bulk candies in every colour and flavour.
Anybody been in there?
I've never even noticed that
No,
place.
me
honestly.
I'm looking at the picture of it and I don't recognise it.
No, I don't recognise that.
It apparently is a little place.
Sounds pretty good, mind.
Oh,
It sounds very cheesy, the words they've chosen.
Now, I remember Tim saying on our Fanboys one that one of his guilty pleasures was the fudge. I wonder if that's where he got it from.
Perhaps.
But you can buy it at several other places.
Yeah.
As for a candy store, Honeydukes, it has no competition. But
In Islands of Adventure,
Yeah.
Hunter.
sorry.
Ooh.
So, Hunter, the next little shop we would find would be?
Oakley. Oakley is a sunglasses made famous by celebrities and pro athletes. It sets up shop at Universal Studios. Choose from Oakley's fashionable array of men's and women's sunglasses and sport goggles, plus watches, sandals, and backpacks.
Does that not feel a weird fit?
It was pretty much, where do we have an open area? Okay, put it there.
It just seems a bit weird.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, there's another Oakley shop. There's one in Islands of
Yeah.
Adventure, and there's another one in City Walk. So
Yeah,
it's got to be some kind of sponsorship thing.
I would imagine so.
Sounds that way, doesn't it? Never
Yeah.
bought anything from there, anybody? No?
No, I'm far
Don't
too
even know where
tight.
it is, to be quite honest.
It's right before you go up to the Jaws queue. It's, where the bathrooms are, across from the hang-up Jaws shark.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's pretty much, it's right across the street and on the left.
Right. Okie dokie. Not somewhere that's on my radar, to be honest, but there you go.
No.
No, it's not really for me.
Well, I can't.
It's expensive, honestly.
It is.
I'm sure, yeah.
And for me, I can't buy off-the-rack sunglasses anyway. They've got to be prescription.
This is true, this is true. So our next little shop would be Quint's Surf Shack. Which again, I'm not actually sure where it is, but it says, stop by Quint's and you'll be in fashion at the beach. All summer long you'll find a huge selection of men's and women's beach apparel, hats, sandals, beach bags and beach towels in a variety of styles. Again, it's obviously not Jaws themed by anything, so why would you want to buy beach apparel?
Yeah. I'm also thinking Quint wasn't exactly the most fashionable of fellas.
No, why is he having a surf shack?
It seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Isn't he
Yeah.
dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
So you can't buy shorts or flip-flops, it's just t-shirts.
Well, they actually make fun of that in the Jaws queue about Quint's death.
Tracy, the next one would be?
I think I'm pronouncing it right. Shaken Souvenirs.
That's how I would pronounce
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Which is a pin trading station and Universal Apparel. Apparel. I can't speak.
So it's your general Universal store.
Anybody
Yeah.
know where it is?
No.
No.
No. I'll find out.
I do know where the Jaws card is, though, and that's next on our list.
It
Yeah.
is. And then go on, Hunter, take it away.
At the Jaws card, they sell the Jaws merchandise, the shirts, pens, CDs, videos, DVDs, hats, and more.
That's next to the Midway Grill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's where you got your
think
Jaws
Where's my
t-shirt
t-shirt from?
yeah, I believe it's right next to where you exit the Jaws ride.
Yeah, it's been between the Midway Grill and there, because that's where Tracy got her Jaws t-shirt, the grey one with the shark on the front that says Amity Swim Team leaving the competition dead in the water.
It's my favourite t-shirt.
It is cool.
I'd probably just get the traditional Jaws poster T-shirt.
Yeah.
I don't like the goofy Jaws hats, though. Have you guys seen the hats?
Yeah.
Remind me?
It's pretty much the shark's open mouth. That's what goes on your head, and then it's just got the
Seen them.
little shark body sticking. It's a pretty ugly looking
That
hat.
sounds quite funny, though.
You can have one then.
No, I don't
It's the
think so.
cartoonish shark. Don't get too excited.
Right, so that brings us to the end of our walk around San Francisco and Amity. Thank you very much for joining me, you two. It's been a pleasure to have an extra person on for a
It
change.
has. It's been great.
Hunter, thanks very much for your first segment. Hopefully everyone will have enjoyed it.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well, and hopefully the
Enjoyed
people
it.
who listen do as well.
Oh, we certainly did.
I know one person who was really looking forward to it, so we're all right there. Let's not mention his name.
Shout out to...
No, I'm not going to do it. Craig, you know you are.
Oh,
No,
see-
you should
you
do
see
that.
now-
You should do that. You should put shout out goes out to, and then bleep it out.
Yeah.
See, now you've mentioned Craig, I've got to mention Barry.
Yes.
I'll only get into trouble.
Go on then.
Barry Gornell.
Our number 1.5 fan.
A 1.5 fan. Yes.
Just a quick one out there before we finish this. If anybody's eaten at any of the restaurants that we've mentioned, or the little snack shops, or any of the shops, email us. Let us know what you thought of the food and the places and bits and bobs.
Tell us whether you agree or disagree with what we've said.
Yeah, and
I'm particularly looking to seeing if anybody's actually ate at Lombardo's, because I had no idea that this was, as I said, Universal's quote-unquote flagship restaurant, so I want to hear more about this place.
Definitely, yep. So, I mean, you can hear, if you go back on to our, I can't remember which one it was, 5 or 6, when Craig did his trip report, he talked to us a little bit about eating at Lombard's. But if anyone else got any experience at Lombard's or Richter's or any of the other ones, drop us an email, find out at the end of the show what the email address is. Right, so that's the end of another show. Thanks very much for listening, but before we finish up with the ways to keep in touch with the podcast, we have a couple of emails to respond to. Oh, is that funny?
Yeah, because you just got higher and higher.
Just trying to keep it a bit different. Anyway, read the first one out, you.
Okay. Right, the first email reads, "Hi, my name is Ron and I live in Ohio. I just found your podcast around episode 3 and I love it. I used to work at Iowa at the Jurassic Park River Adventure. I really enjoy all the articles and fun facts you've all given. I think Hunter will make a great addition to the podcast as well, since he lives in the area."
Yes.
Yes.
There you go, some feedback.
This excites me.
Yay, so it should.
Thank you, Ron.
I did some research and found out the cast members in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter area do not have fake accents. Universal had said they would not have cast members talking with fake accents as not to offend anyone from the UK. And those that were from the UK or had a British accent, they were bringing dialogue coaches to help them be spot on. A fun fact I know about is the Spider-Man ride. There's a phone number listed on a cinema wall that is a real phone number to the cinemas at City Walk. I love the scavenger hunt you had set for a listener and found it very interesting. The question I had was, when is really the best time to visit with the shortest wait times? When I worked there, I know that spring break time is very busy. My parents visited Universal last October and they said the wait times for the Forbidden Journey was less than half an hour. Keep up the great job and I look forward to hearing more from you in the future. Sincerely, Ron, an ex-Universal cast member.
Brilliant email, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Ron.
Yeah. So, Hunter, or Tracy, or between the three of us, well, we'll go around. What do we think's the best time of year to visit for? It's talking specifically about crowds. So, from our experience, when we went last time, November.
Yeah, May was too quiet.
May wasn't quiet.
Was it not May? When?
Jesus, Islands of Adventure was heaving when we were there in May. Heaving.
And this was before the Wizarding World.
Yeah. The Friday we spent our last day at the
where was it?
Islands of Adventure.
The start of the holiday.
Yeah, the first day.
It was dead. Yeah, November's probably the quietest. But it depends whether you want the weather or not.
And that's it. He's asked specifically quiet times. Hunter, any input? January,
October.
February, October.
October is usually very low and the weather's much nicer during the middle of the summer. It can get a little chilly at night, but it's nothing like a light jacket couldn't fix.
Would you not say that's possibly slightly different with the Halloween Horror Nights then? Do you not think that'll affect the crowds in October?
I think if you go on a specific event night, maybe. But I was under the impression that Halloween Horror Nights is a separate ticketed event.
Yeah, but if people are in the area for Halloween Horror Nights, you would expect them to go to the parks during the day, surely.
Not everybody's
Well,
like us,
but
though.
then you might be too tired to experience Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, true, good point.
Yeah, 'cause my feet give out.
From my personal experience, and this isn't just for Universal, October seems to be one of the quieter months.
Well, we went September, October the first time, and I must admit it was fairly quiet.
Mm-hmm.
September and October, that's when, all the kids are back in school, everyone's going back to the regular schedule and such.
To be quite honest, if our time wasn't dictated by the kids, that would be the time I would push to go for every year, at the end of September, beginning of October, because the weather was brilliant, the parks were fairly quiet. But yeah, would we agree that January and February is probably a good time to go?
January, February?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Because it's after Christmas, you're not. Christmas is like a huge busy time for the parks.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like the day after New Year's or something,
Yeah.
I usually suggest that.
But it's that thing when you start looking at January, February, it's whether you're bothered about the weather or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to say
Well,
what?
honestly, it's Florida. It never gets too outrageous here.
Didn't have a
unless
frost
you don't
there
like
this year.
heat.
Anyway,
I came here and I only moved here in October.
apparently January this year was quite cold.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we're going to say what? September, October, November, January, February, if you want the real quieter times of the year.
Yep.
Other than that, avoid major holidays and anywhere before sort of June. You're probably going to be not
so
too bad.
fall and early winter.
Yeah, and then before the major summer holidays. Right, that brings us to our second email then. Hunter, would you like to read our second email out?
No.
Okay.
Okay then. Hi, I heard you talking about the new app for Universal Studios, and I have a BlackBerry, but I cannot get the official app as of yet. But I do have the Undercover Tourist app that gives you all the wait times for Universal. I'm not sure if you are aware of this app. John McNair.
Well, thanks very much, John.
Yeah.
Personally, yes, I am aware of this app. Tracy?
No.
Yes, you are, because you even got it on your phone, or you had it on your
have I?
phone.
Oh, that,
yeah, because you had
that
the Disney
thing.
one. And
Yeah,
the
but it never
Universal
worked.
one.
So I got rid of them.
Hunter, are you aware of it?
Yes, I'm
Yes, I've had it installed on my personal device for a couple of months now, and it's almost become a daily ritual just to check out what the wait times are for some reason.
But you haven't had chance. You won't have had chance to actually use it in the parks, will you?
Well, the thing is, it's an iPod Touch. I need Wi-Fi to use it in the parks.
I mean, it seems a decent enough app, because I will go on. We used to go when we first got our Android phones. It's like, so yeah, I mean, it seemed a pretty decent app, but
yeah, it's pretty good for. Maybe it's not exactly accurate all the time, but it does give you a good idea of what crowds are in the park as for that specific day.
that's the problem, not knowing how specifically accurate, not being able to use it in the parks. You don't know how accurate it is, but from a fun point of view, just to sit at the dinner table and go, oh, Spider-Man's only 35 minutes. But yeah, and it's free.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and I freak out like every night. I'm like, Jonas, it's like 9:45 at night. That's 15 minutes before the park closes. Jonas is my younger brother.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's 15 minutes before the park closes, and like Dudley Do-Right's got a 55-minute wait. And we just found that outrageous that people are going on Dudley Do-Right at 9:45 at night.
So I think that's everything.
I'd say so.
Yep.
Thanks very much for joining us again. Thank you, Tracy.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Hunter.
Tracy took my line, darn it.
Quick, on the spot. Come on, improv.
You're welcome, or whatever.
So, it's see you from me.
It's see you from me as well.
Tracy still stole my line.
Little evil laugh.
And remember, live the adventure.
That does it for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Between shows, we'd love for you to get in touch. So email us with your spews, funny schmitz, comments, questions, and news to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Keep up with what's going on every day by following us on Twitter at UUOPodcast, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/UUOPodcast, follow us on Instagram and Pinterest at UUOPodcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/UUOPodcast, and don't miss a show by subscribing to us on iTunes, and please leave us a review. Not an Apple user? Then head over to uuopodcast.libsyn.com and subscribe to the feed while you're there. You can also find us on Stitcher Radio and at micepod.com. Come find us on our partner site, micechat.com, join the forums, and say hello. So thanks for listening, and remember, be adventurous.
This has been a MicePod.com presentation.
MiceChat.com